Hi, my name is Eugene and today I'll tell about my Mercedes G Wagen. I apologize in advance for my English, it's not my native language, I just want to make a review in it. Initially I wasn't planning on G Wagen, I bought this car quite by accident at a cheap price. I considered another brand of a car, but in the end bought it. The G Wagen today is already a classic. He was, he is and he will be forever. I bought this car in the winter in December 2014. So I have this car for 2 years and I have some experience in it. Let's see what we have under the hood of the car. Here is a petrol engine volume of 3.2 liters which has 210 horsepower and 300 torque. This is a 6-cylinder engine located in line with 2 camshafts and 24 valves. Also, this popular engine has the name M104. This million engine was also in the Mercedes 140 S-Class in 19th years. Each car has its own interesting and unique fate and history, and G Wagen is not exception. This is one of those cars, a build in which has already become a legend. The German car is assembled in Graz, Austria. If we talk about German engineers and Austrian collectors, do you think they made a masterpiece? In general, yes, but there are some mistakes. Let's look at them. The most common problem of the G Wagen these years is the body. Body is the most important thing. Root begins first of all rear wings. Here also top support of the shock absorber. The door hinges are located outside so they immediately rust. The hatch is the same weak point, can shed water and sometimes fail, not only in G Wagen. Other Mercedes has the same problem. The frame of the wine carrier is also a very weak spot and will rust quickly. Unique brick aerodynamics collects on your glass all the flies and mosquitoes of the road. More about the rusting of the body you can communicate with experienced painters who will tell you how 3 or 4 years G Wagen is already beginning to rot. So the problem is not in the age. The doors, well, they are flapping. No, I don't know. It may be so conceived and large gaps are also planned. I can put here a finger. Of course, to compare this car with a typical sedan, it's impossible. It's a different type of cars. This is the idea of G Wagen, to have such aerodynamics, such body, and it attracts by its originality. Let's look inside in the car. The interior of the car I have a light gray. If you look closely, you might think it's leather, but no, it's just leatherette. Of the same color and material made door panels. It's all native factory. This saloon is 21 years old and it looks like new. In 90s the Germans were doing fine. They made high quality stuff for many years to come. Let's see what is in the configuration for volume 3.2. Nothing special here. The emphasis was on minimalism. There is a heated windshield, heated seats, cruise control, parking sensors and only one airbag. Here is a joystick of electric mirrors, automatic 4-gear transmission and transfer case with reduction gear. Here is a locking of differentials. Headlight range control is pneumatic here, not electric as usually we have in a car. And he also often breaks down and very expensive to repair. ABS is also a common problem. This dashboard was produced from 1989 till 2001 year. Indeed, for 12 years it was impossible to make a minimum restyling. The same dashboard was installed in the Mercedes S-Class of 90s. The glove compartment is minimal. Spacious pockets in the doors and boxes under the seats. Here is not clear why in the basic configuration of the G-Wagen was a Buster in a petrol engine. I have never had a need for it. Someone here should be warned? I don't think so. In a diesel engine, yes, the Buster needed, especially at the winter. With the start of the engine in my car, everything is fine. The mileage is nearly 300,000 kilometers. In summer and in the winter it starts with half of a turn. Here is no air condition, it was an option till the 1997 year. It will be better if here will be a condition for basic than the Buster. This car reminds me a truck, primarily for its landing. Planting here is tall and straight, as if you are sitting on a tree branch. Here it's impossible to decompose as in Formula 1 or just like in a vehicle car, and you must sit by this way every time because driving does not relax you. Constantly you need to steer, because there are steering gearboxes which are less sensitive to turning the steering wheel, unlike the steering rack. But they better keep the strikes in the pits and on off-road. The same steering system is in trucks and buses. It's very funny to see a certain category of people who buy this car, men older than 40, small hobbits and dwarfs, I call them. Perhaps they are trying to compensate their complexes by expensive car to show off the car in front of wars and beaches. And those, especially farmers and gold diggers, can easily agree. They know that it's expensive car and they were greedy for money. So they are ready to go immediately to bed or suck in the car for profit. That's how they find each other. About defective hobbies I have just already told you, but there is another category of drivers who buy this car to use as a lowrider. I can understand them too. This car has a very big clearance. It is a king of off-road of every hill. They drive it as pensioners who are afraid of every curb. Suspension design for such load, it makes no sense to frame it. You can close the car in the garage and nothing will happen with it. And of course, G-Wagen is a gangster car, especially in the former countries of USSR. Okay, let's sit down in the back. As we can see, here is very comfortable. I am 190 centimeters high and I have a lot of space around me. So you can sit here comfortable for alone or with one or two beaches, and you still will be comfortable here. But it is not the limit. If you move forward seats, you have a lot of space here. So this is a place for your fun. So here it's comfortable to relax with the war. But if your war begins starting to act up, she says she's a humble and well-mannered princess, she wouldn't be stripped here. Don't trust her, just drag her in the trunk. The trunk is also another very interesting place. It's very spacious, and this is not the limit. Let me show you how it transforms. So you can do so and so. This is one option, and this is not the limit. You can do so and so. So here we got a flat floor which length is about 135 centimeters. To be alone with the war or spend the night at hunting or fishing is a good option. Here are secret niche where you can hide your pack of money, and especially for gangsters, something. Так, что тут у нас? Okay, jokes aside, let's take a ride. If sum up the review, from my opinion, it's a perfect car, but has some minuses. But of course, we have more pluses. It's specific car because it was built for the army, for war, tactical car. But quality, something is perfect, but some spots are not so good. And now let me show you some video from off-road.
Опа!
If you like this video, take likes, subscribe on my channel, and I'll give you some more.